Picture this, a recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion, episode 500. Can you believe it? 500 videos on the channel. I can't believe it. That is mind-blowing. Anyway, looking at an original game today. This is a brand new release for the Commodore Amiga, based on columns on the Sega Mega Drive. And by all accounts, it looks pretty good. So we're going to get stuck in. You had a quick look at the settings there, so you still know what to expect. It is 2 players simultaneously, so that gives it a bump up in score immediately. Anyway, so what's the game about? Well, basically, it's a matching game, as you can probably tell. And you can see that it's 3 or more in a row. And I'm thinking if it's anything like columns, you'll be able to do it in any direction you want. So you can see up the top. Well, we'll have a look at the UI now anyway. So we've got the score on the left panel, along with what level we're currently on, and how many jewels we've actually managed to match. So you can see you matched 3, that's worthy of 70 points there. And so there we are. We're just going to continue like that. The scoring, keep an eye on it if you wish. The top right-hand panel is showing the next drop that you're going to get. So you can sort of preempt what you're going to do. However, I'm going to tell you now, if it gets faster, that's going to be harder to do as we go. But let's have a look at it while it's still nice and slow, because in the complete ilk of these games, these things do tend to speed up quite dramatically once you get to a certain point. So we're going to have a lengthy play, hopefully about sort of the usual, between 12 and 15 minutes sort of thing. And I hope you enjoy it, because this game looks phenomenally good, even though it looks quite basic to the eye. This is actually really good fun so far. Yes, I'm on level 0, and yes, it's the easiest part so far, but hey, it's about time we had a good sort of matching game on the Amiga. And considering this is quite a new game as well, I mean, like literally, I think it was released last month. So yeah, it's a great game. Already enjoying this. So the controls are quite simple. If you want to arrange the gems in a certain order, you can do that by pressing up and down. Don't be tempted to press the fire button to rearrange the gems, because hitting the fire button will drop them at an alarmingly fast rate, like that in fact. So just be careful and monitor what buttons you're pressing at any time. So the left and the right obviously takes your gems to the left or the right. Simple. We like simple. And that's basically your controls. Really, really simple and very responsive. So you haven't got to worry about input lag or anything like that. It just seamlessly works, and we like that in a control system. You can see here that you can have multiple matchups at once, which is nice. That will pump your score up no end. So you can see now we're actually on level 1 because we've got to a certain score, which will push the level forward, which is really nice. Now, as simplistic as this looks, again, I'm literally going on like columns for the Mega Drive, because that's a game that I've actually played previously. I think I've actually reviewed it on the channel already, quite a while ago actually, but there we are. And this looks very similar to it. In fact, the game is called Crazy Columns, so I can't really think that it's not based on that at all. But it's a very, very good job so far. Really enjoying it, and the music's good too, which we'll move on to now, because sound. You've got this nice soundtrack going all the way through it. You've got sound effects as you go as well. So you've almost got like a little arcade game on your Amiga, which you can just plug in anytime you want. The directions that you can make these gem combinations can be anything. You can have T-pose, you can have L shapes, you can have diagonals, verticals, horizontals. Pretty much any way you can get a match of 3 or more, it will allow you to do it. So you can come up with some interesting combinations, which adds to the gameplay, I feel. And at the end of the day, we're looking for games that are going to be enjoyable. We're going to enjoy them, and we're going to have to spend a lot of time on them. We're now on level 2, by the way. You might notice the speed is slightly increased. It doesn't murder you straight away, which is nice, because some games just go to the extreme. It's either too easy or too hard, like immediately off the bat. So this is quite a nice pace, and it eases you into the game. Just hit level 3. Eases you into the game rather quite nicely as well. So for replay value, that's going to be really good as well. The fact that you can plug an extra joystick in and have 2 players is just fantastic. That's, you know, there's sometimes you get these puzzle games and you're going, where is the player 2 option? Now you've got that on this game, which is great, so you can go head to head with your friends, beat them into submission, because every time you make a line they gain a line. So it's all very, very good. I would recommend getting yourself some beers and some friends if you haven't got any, because, you know, friends are like that. But yeah, this could be one of those games that you come home from the pub, have a really good tournament with someone, and in failing that, solo play. You know, it's not quite as fun, as my son keeps pointing out, that playing Minecraft without anybody to play with is dull. My son is 8. He is a pain in my bum, but I love him dearly. But there we are. So you can see, even at the age of 8, multiplayer is better. And I completely agree, because I was brought up an only child, so I had no one to play with. So basically a lot of games that I've played on the solo circuit, so to speak. So, you know, I know what it's like. But being used to being on my own and playing single player games through life, I don't particularly rely on the multiplayer aspect. But you know, since we've had this whole sort of massively multiplayer online games and things like that, like World of Warcraft and whatnot, you know, you do tend to appreciate other people being in your games. So we didn't have that option back in the day, but we certainly do now. So it's nice to see that the developer has put in a multiplayer mode. So do with that what you will, and I'm sure you'll find some excellent gaming experiences between you and your friends, and it'll bring out the most competitive streaks in all of you. I am pretty sure about that one. So, but you can see it's so smooth. There's no juddering, shuddering, whatever, and you know, you can get quite a lot of these little gems on the screen at once. So I'm quite impressed. In fact, no, I'm very impressed. I like this game a lot, and I'm going to give this a gamer's score. Yes, I think this is going to have to be a golden score, folks, because it's a very, very nice game, and it's great that you can actually see it with your own eyes, so you can make your own decisions. But from my perspective, this is going with a top score because it's so well made, and you know, it's not rock hard. It's got a nice learning curve. So here we go with the age bracket. I'm going to say any age. Just get your kids in front of this screen, have a go, because it's not going to get really frustrating until a bit later on. I mean, look, we're on level 5, and it's only, level 6, and it's starting to speed up now. You see that immediately. So your challenge is starting to rise now. But for the first 6 levels, your youngsters are going to have a great time with this game. So give them a go, see what you think. You know, introduce these kids to the games we play, because, you know, they have no idea. They think that Call of Duty is a game that, you know, is their generation of, I don't know, not retro, but, you know, that's all the alternative games we used to play. But at the end of the day, you know, we had Medal of Honor. Remember that one, the original on the PlayStation 1? Great game. But yeah, so it is funny how this generation thinks that they have a lot of firsts. You listen to their music and they're like, yeah, well this is our age, you know, our generation made this music, and you just listen to it and you're like, nah, that's a remix from when we were kids. Funny, isn't it? Retro's coming back big time. You can see it in people's clothing, you can see it in items that people are not wearing, but they've got on them. Retro is, yeah, it's a big thing. It's coming back, and you know, it makes me happy that people are going to be experiencing things that we experienced, and I'm going to laugh at them as they used to say, you know, your games are rubbish and stuff like that. But you know what, it's all coming back, and they're figuring out that it's actually not that bad. It's a new audience, isn't it? Anyway, so playability wise, fantastic. Replay value, absolutely spot on. Difficulty is, it's got such a nice learning curve. I can't stress to you how much this is a good feature, because if you get into a game and it's absolutely pants hard from the... That's a new phrase. If it's really, really hard when you get in, then you're not going to enjoy it because it's just going to get frustrating very, very quickly. So the fact that they've actually thought about that as well, it's a good sign of a developer that may have had rough experiences with these sort of games in the past and thought, right, I'm going to fix that, and now actually had the chance to do so. So there you go, Crazy Columns on the Amiga, brand new. Give it a try. I'll put the link in the description for you so you can go and have a look at it yourselves. And I was going to bring you actually the preview of this a couple of months back, but thought I'd hold on for the actual game itself, so I didn't bother downloading the demo. But here we are with the full game. So there you go. So if you like it, buy it. Support the developers. I always advocate that because, you know, a lot of them do this in their own free time. So give them a bit of love, give them what they deserve. You know, they don't do these things with money. They just do it themselves off their own backs. So give them a bit of love, bit of support, and there we are. So I'm going to leave you now with a few minutes of play. Before I do that, I'm going to say thank you ever so much for subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much for watching my videos, commenting on my videos, and just basically being good eggs in general. Or should that be good chucky eggs in general? Yes! Thank you ever so much. So greetings to all of our new subscribers. It's great to have you here. And for all my existing subscribers, you're just as badass because you've been here from the very start. And here we are, our 500th video. I can't believe it. That's just nuts. So yeah, onwards and upwards. Let's see if we can grab 1,000 subscribers as well. That would be nice. So if you do like my content, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit the little notification bell so that you are updated whenever a new video is released on the channel. So that being said, I'm going to leave you now with a little bit more footage, and I'll pump the volume up as well for you so that you can hear the music for yourselves. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. This has been Crazy Columns. I've been Rich. This has been the Retro Revival Show, episode 500, and I will be back very soon with a brand new review. Any suggestions you might have, leave them in the comments, and if I can get round to getting them done, I will certainly do that for you. Anyway, Dungeon of Drax coming soon, I promise. Yes. See you soon. And, yes, have fun. And as always, it's bye for now. Ta-da!
Incoming transmission.